Welcome to Perth International Airport. Directly behind me is Terminals 3 and Terminal 4, where all QantasLink, Qantas, and Qantas International flights depart. Today I will be flying on board a QantasLink Airbus A319 as I fly to Broome in northern Western Australia. For the first time ever, I found myself at Perth Airport, flying not to one of the eastern capital city airports, like I am used to, but rather up north to one of the most difficult towns in Australia to get to. Getting roughly 4 hours of sleep last night, and with enough caffeine in my veins to awaken even the most hardcore sleeper, it was time that I continued onwards on my connecting flight to Broome. Perth Airport is Australia's fourth busiest airport and is set to become the second most busy, with an incredible 5 billion Australian dollar expansion of the airport, including extended terminals, a new runway, a new hotel and more. This is all set to be completed in 2031. For now, QantasLink operates out of Terminals 3 and 4. However, the check-in area is only located over in Terminal 4, which I was unaware of, but luckily it was a short walk away. As I hold Qantas Silver status, or One World Ruby, I am entitled to use the priority lane along with other priority members, club members and business class customers. Check-in this morning took no time at all, a brisk 3 minutes, as pretty much nobody else was checking in. Having completed the check-in process, I was instructed to head back to Terminal 3, as this is where my flight would be departing from. In my findings, major Qantas flights, such as the ones to the east coast, tend to depart out of Terminal 4, whilst QantasLink and the FIFO flights depart out of Terminal 3. Security is located to the left of the Terminal 3 check-in area, which was super easy to find and took mere minutes to pass through, despite a random explosive test being carried out on my bag. Once I had cleared security, I made my way upstairs to the departures hall, and directly to the right after the escalators are the gates. Eventually, the boarding call for this morning's flight was announced, and I reluctantly left one of my best friends behind, proceeding to the gate. Boarding this morning commenced on time from Gate 17 Bravo. Gates 17 Alpha and Bravo are remote stand gates, requiring all passengers to walk a short 200 meters to the aircraft. Waiting on stand this morning is the aircraft flying us north to Broome, which is an Airbus A319 registered as Victor Hotel 8 November Romeo. She first flew in 2005 for the United States' worst airline, Spirit, under November 505 November Kilo. She flew in a plethora of different liveries, such as the grayscale step, the red, white and blue, and this bold yellow livery. She was then moved to QantasLink in 2024, making this aircraft 19 years old. Just before stepping out onto the apron and on board the aircraft, one final boarding pass check was carried out by the cabin crew. Qantaslink'S A319s are in an all-economy class configuration, with 150 seats in a standard 3-3 layout. Originally, I was going to be seated in row 1 for today's flight. However, when I was booking, someone else had snatched one alpha, and I was left with 3 choices: an emergency exit row, the last row which doesn't have a window, or rows 17 to 20. 19 alpha was the optimal choice for me under these circumstances. The seat has 30 inches of pitch and 18 inches of width. There is a standard tray table that folds down and extends. In the seat back pocket, you'll find the standard safety card, magazine, and an air sickness bag. Above are individual reading lights, air vents, and a flight attendant call button.
Welcome to Qantaslink. Today you're travelling on an Airbus A319. Listen carefully while we explain the safety features.
Soon we commenced our pushback from remote stand 23, 2 minutes behind our scheduled departure time.
Make sure you're familiar with the brace position. If you can reach the seat in front, brace by placing your forehead on the back of the seat, hold your lower legs, or put your hands on your neck.
Taxied to runway 03 via Juliet 1, Alpha, and Alpha 9. Now please enjoy this unedited takeoff. Once airborne, we spun around to the right and left, away from the city and suburbs, just north of the Mundaring State Forest, setting up a northerly course for Broome. Flight time today is 2 hours and 7 minutes, covering a distance of 1,058 miles or 1,702 kilometers, cruising at 37,000 feet. During our climb out of Perth, we passed over the Red Hill Quarry, which is an abandoned sand, rock, gravel and clay quarry. In Western Australia, there are over 1,000 mines and quarries spread across the state. However, only 50 of them are still active. What's the difference between a quarry and a mine, you ask? Well, a quarry is a surface extraction site, whilst a mine is an underground extraction site. Both have different purposes. Whilst cruising over the red hot desert, we were served breakfast, which today was a mini quiche duo pack, one being spinach and the other being bacon and cheese, both of which were really delicious. We were also served a selection of drinks. In my case, I chose orange juice. Going back to the mines, because they are in such remote locations, unfortunately not many people live out here, so workers in the major cities operate on a FIFO program, or fly in, fly out, where the mine site charters flights to transport workers to and from the site, obviously by air, which is actually quite smart in my opinion. Around 45 minutes before landing, the crew came around again offering more snacks, and I told them to surprise me, and I definitely was surprised being handed pumpkin and carrot fritters, which despite looking pretty sad, were absolutely delicious. On board the aircraft are 3 bathrooms, one at the front and 2 at the rear. Inside is everything typical of this aircraft type. However, due to the way the aircraft is shaped, the bathroom is slightly larger than usual. Soon we commenced our descent into Broome. Having never flown to this airport, let alone this part of Australia before, I had zero clue what to expect. All I knew is that it was going to be absolutely breathtaking. With a clear, picturesque day like today, the scenery did not disappoint. The rich blue water contrasting against the red and grey ground and vibrant green vegetation in between was absolutely stunning. I was glued to my window practically the entire descent, and if you've ever flown into Broome, I'd highly recommend you sit on the left-hand side, as you get to see much more than the right would, including that of Broome itself. Now please enjoy this unedited landing. After landing, we taxied back to the terminal via runway 10 and Alpha. We pulled onto stand 2 7 minutes ahead of our scheduled arrival time. As I made my way to the rear exit, I shook the hand of one of the crew members, thanking them for their, as always, excellent service on board today's flight. Flying on board Qantaslink'S baby bus to one of the most remote parts of the country today was so much fun, and I'm glad I got to experience it, as this is one flight I've been wanting to undertake for quite a long time. I must say, I wasn't expecting a second service on this short length of a flight. I also had a chat with the Perth-based crew, who today would be operating this flight and the return. They also expressed a keen interest in not only my YouTube channel, but as well as their jobs, which was great to see. I usually don't talk about the price I pay for flights, unless it's either a significant amount, overpriced, or a seriously good deal. And on today's case, I paid 8,000 Qantas points and $73 in tax, which was a fantastic deal, as this would usually cost either 12,000 points or at the lowest, $320 one way. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to check out the other videos that I have on my YouTube channel. And also, I now have a Discord server. Feel free to join. The link is at the top of the description. And don't forget to ring that notification bell if you enjoy my content. And if you would like to see more, I post my videos every Friday at 8 PM Sydney time. And I hope to see you again in the next one. See you later!